Welcome to the Crypt Files.
We're captured again. Ace and Ben going on adventures.
Did we fuck up? Did we fuck up?
I think so.
Yes.
No, there's no guards.
The guards are not coming as of yet.
They're in the room.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were right there.
It's fine.
The thing I'm worried about is that they now
captured us
know
once.
somebody came through the portal. So what's to stop them from coming to find us?
This
now,
guy's
too?
one of the Harris families.
He's part of the Harris family.
We
You know
should
that
have
for sure.
fucking just murdered him with
I
an axe.
wanted to go tackle him.
Okay,
It's a big room. Like, it was a big room.
I have 35 feet of movement.
He also has 30 feet of movement.
As a halfling. As a halfling, I have 35 feet.
Except
As a human,
Yeah.
he has 30 feet of movement and was terrified.
Wow, impressive.
He didn't trip on his like little bullshit blankies that he's covering himself
Yeah,
with.
he was trying to like cover
Nimble.
He
He's a
tripped
nimble boy.
as you showed up.
his posterior.
I am surprised that we, did considerably well against the demon and the bird.
I don't know how any of you are alive. The numbers I was using for these stats is you should all be dead.
I could not believe how long it took to whittle away at that demon.
Hey, just since we're in
Yeah.
Crit Files, how much health did the demon have?
157.
We should have ran.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
We had
deals
more than all of our combined HP.
yeah.
2d10 force damage with a +9 to hit. Somehow
Jeez.
was missing so terribly.
Blind.
And 6d10 on a recharge.
Well, the shake made that bar cast kind of.
Yeah, we definitely
Negated
messed
that.
up the bar cast.
I didn't get hit the whole fight until that one.
Until that
and it
one.
dropped
And that's
me.
all
Wow.
it took.
Because it did 37 damage.
Yeah, I rolled like
37.
9s and 7s on those d10 rolls. It got so big.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
6d10 should be just over 30.
Yeah, just average. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
a little bit
crazy
over
that we
30.
actually survived that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't take any damage.
My one crutch
fucking
was
love-
those layer actions. I'm like, oh yeah, that would be really cool. Give you guys the layer actions for this.
That was
that
cool.
was
I
your
did
benefit.
like that.
And I threw in the shaking as one as like, if you choose that one, then you're silly.
Hey, we're
Jokes
silly.
on you.
See, that's the thing is I knew
Yeah.
the shaking was the
Yeah, I
wrong
knew that it
choice.
was
For
the
sure.
dumbest thing that a person
Blindness
could choose.
absolutely stupid and not strategic in any way. And if you choose it, you're a buffoon.
We did a lot of damage by them being prone.
Yeah.
No, not really, because most of the time you had advantage anyways. The people that were attacking, because it was
Yeah.
Brian and Corgan.
They might not have
Pro-
been able to
or the
stay there,
blind,
though.
the blind helped us not take 37 damage.
Yeah.
Every
See,
that
round.
was the big
Blind
thing.
was the best
Yeah.
option.
The other one, the frightened one, would be good just for the disadvantage on attacks. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
They had
that would have
disadvantage
been.
from being blind.
that's true, yeah.
I just love role playing stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, me in my brain, I was like, fuck all of this. Like, Milo wanted to leave.
I did too.
Like, this was obviously something we shouldn't fight.
Yeah.
And then, like,
I have,
especially
escape
Ace,
routes. It was like,
especially
oh, yeah,
Ace going first, it was like, I hate all of this.
yeah.
Like, as the player, I was pretty upset that I went first, and it was like, well, Ace would not back down from any kind of fight, so he's going in, and then Corgan and Dorgan, they followed
I guess.
suit.
Dude,
And everybody
Corgan
else-
is 6
He's the
hit points away
MVP.
from death.
I've
MVP.
decided that when we get better, because I don't know how good Corgan's battle axe is, but he attacks with a battle axe. I have a battle axe that I took from that guy.
That he wanted.
I'm gonna give him my battle axe. He can have it after this. He's earned it.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. So I'll just
Yeah,
go
he
back
is
to
gonna. They are gonna have a conversation soon about pay.
Yeah.
We've been through some shit.
We
now.
gotta earn,
Yeah, after this, they're like, hold up.
we gotta earn some money. I mean, you guys all have money. I paid the last one by myself.
I don't have money. I've
I also don't have money.
I feel like that's a lie.
I feel
No,
like
I am
my
strapped.
battle axe has to be worth something. So
Yeah, I feel like
I'm-
Simon got
yeah.
duped out
I
of his
already
money
decided.
or donated
I already
it.
decided when I was cowering behind the wall and Corgan was up there slaying mofos.
I have sentimental value with meeting my father and him pushing me into
That was
battle.
great.
Was one
That
of
was
the
hilarious.
best things I've ever seen.
That was
I'm just like
great.
looking at my map and I'm like, he could he could just push him.
But yeah, definitely Levi like pushing Ace like into the fray and into the battle was probably my favorite moment.
Yeah.
It was like, well, Ace is stuck back here and he can't save worth a crap because he just has
Jeez,
plus
yeah.
0 to.
Also, you guys took out a big player in the events that are going on.
And got his
Ooh.
golden
demon
egg.
is
The demon guy?
the demon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was the guy?
Yeah, she is. It's a female.
We killed a
demon,
woman.
but yeah,
Yeah, she's big.
Nobody can say that
A
we aren't
big
equal
player.
opportunity employers. You know what I'm saying?
Murderers, you mean?
So, in other words, we basically took out like a big piece of plot.
whatever. Like things are moving around that
Machiavellian
you
thing
guys.
was happening. We took out a big player.
This was a big player.
Everywhere we go, this is the goal.
Yeah.
Let's just knock him down a peg.
We're just
But
taking
I
out
just
chess
really
pieces,
want to
baby.
kill Dress.
And what
I
do we-
have a big
Fuck
golden egg
Dress.
in this room, by the
Yeah,
way.
what are we going to do with that egg? That's what I want to know.
Did I hand it off to somebody before?
No,
I don't
you haven't.
think you went. Did
No,
you go
I
through the
think you
portal
took
with it?
I
Just
think
holding
you took
it?
it with you.
Or did you set it down?
Yeah, you guys didn't do a lot of thinking
No.
before you made
You
your
talked
decision.
a lot to each other.
as
Yeah.
we do.
I was literally like,
The
we
hype
should
men of
rest.
bad ideas.
We should rest. and then-
Normally, I would be down to rest, but it felt like the biggest way to break my oath to Simon, which was that your parents would be safe if we went here. Remember?
Did you ask Simon at all about how he felt
Of
about
course
the
not,
situation?
because it was never actually about you.
No, I made a
Because that is a
promise.
concern in his head.
I
so.
made a promise. I said, remember, we had this big connecting moment.
No, I remember.
I vowed to you that it wouldn't turn bad, and now he's saying he's going to Quilton. We could wait for this, but I think the safest bet is to keep him here. I don't want him to be on a boat already.
And I guess I didn't
Who is this
understand how
guy?
far away are we from our boat that we couldn't also head to the boat.
Intercept him?
Well, we don't know exactly
not necessarily,
how to
but-
get out of this place yet.
We've got the
You were assuming you were assuming a lot on this. Like we just go through this portal and
Yeah.
we'll right address.
we were definitely
yeah,
think-
you
I
guys were
did
like,
not
we're gonna get in the
think-
teleportation
Yeah.
circle, and I was like, you guys don't even know where that fucking goes.
If I
is
rolled a
something-
good
I'm surprised he let
intimidation,
it-
this would have worked, but I
the
rolled
Harris
a 4.
family. We should go to a place of the Harris family.
Intimidation's one of my highest skill check
and you
things.
rolled a fucking
4.
both your
4.
characters are like, if I say I want something, I should get that thing.
Yeah. The
And I
entitlement
didn't,
with you guys.
and I'm a little confused.
Isn't that how podcasting works? Come
It
on.
is really my character. Like if you think about, he's like from a successful family, and he just gets whatever he wants, and
Yeah, me.
everything should just come.
Is that
to him.
what the rages are? They're just tantrums?
Ooh,
That's what I've always
rich boy
thought, yeah.
tantrums.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
Oh, I don't like
the Wagyu steak.
I don't like
Take what I
Ace.
want
the
from me.
Kobe.
Interesting.
Oh wow, that changes a lot about Ace.
It really does.
You're just Richie Rich. All right. Interesting.
Still though.
Well, he does believe that he is like the leader of the group, and everyone else just follows him.
This is
Like-
true. This is true.
These are all things that are Ace.
This
right?
whole fight was held down. It's funny because we're ruining it, but we were frightened the whole time.
Yeah.
I know.
Jeez, yeah.
And now
Val and
look how
Simon
brave
and
you are,
Corgan were doing the most work.
Yeah. Dude, Simon with all of those
I
like
did like
18s and
60 or
20s.
70
Did a
points.
ton of damage. Yeah.
Almost half of probably what
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
guy.
I think Simon did most of the battle.
Finally,
Yeah. No
you
kidding.
killed those 2 people.
Well, for the
Quilton.
demon,
I know.
I think it was
Useless
the two of you. I think it was
I feel
Val
like
and
I've dropped
Simon,
more
and then,
people
A Corgan
than-
helped.
Simon drops in and is helpful at the perfect times.
Yeah.
But he's a bumbling buffoon the rest.
Whenever we need to kill, and I'm curious about this rabies thing that we just talked about. It's a latent
So we need to buy a
caregiver.
wheelbarrow,
rabies.
and I need to go get rabies somewhere.
Our new fighting strategy.
Yeah, the wheelbarrow rabies gang.
I don't know what is going to happen with Ben and Ace. And
Can we
you
go
guys
back
are
through the
sleeping.
portal?
Like
I am
I feel like we're going to get
like
captured.
Homer Simpson going back into the hedge. You
We
just
get captured, but how close is Dress with the Harrises?
I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
he's been
Apparently,
running
they're
things for him.
on
Yeah.
the rocks at least because
And
Dress didn't know what was
why-
going on.
We
and
turn
why
the
is
Harrises
this-
against.
Hold
we
on.
turn the Harrises against. Word gets back to Dress. He sends a hit squad of people like he did to get you.
Okay, Ben is going to
plan
have to
has got
handle
a lot of
all
momentum real quick.
yeah.
That's okay. I'll handle the negotiations.
Ben is.
Will
Ben is
you?
gonna
Why-
have to handle this.
I want to know why this portal is in this
Because
guy's
Ace
bedroom.
is going to go kill this
Like
the
his
guy.
Harris.
private.
He's the
and
head
then kill the
Harris.
guard.
He comes to the prison. Remember, they said they freely come and go from the prison.
Right, but I would have. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. At this
I can
point.
convince him. He has no fucking clue what happened. He's butt ass naked. He has no fucking clue what happened down there.
Are you gonna
And
just
we
roll
will
an intimidation on all the
100%
guards too?
remember
It doesn't have to be intimidation.
all of this when we come back,
Look,
including
That's what I'm for.
including the recap.
the fucking light of Melora is in this room.
You said "fuck Melora" earlier today.
No, that was out of
You were
character.
all
That
on
was-
board with the Fire God.
Rhett was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, you were like, I'm down with Torog suddenly.
No, Red is for
Pain
sure.
and punishment?
Ben hasn't given up.
Uh-huh.
And now, do we have the egg or not? Do I have the egg?
That's
Roll
your
for it.
decision.
Roll it, yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
roll
roll.
it, but wait till
Yeah.
we.
Yeah,
next
wait till
session.
we start
There we go.
because we won't remember.
Because I feel like that could be like, I could be like, look, I protected the egg from these people.
Yeah,
Or look,
it would
these
be
eggs
an
are
amazing
evil.
bartering, like way to convince.
And then we know
of
if
your
the
story,
Harrises
but-
were the egg like droppers or not.
Well, he was a part of that.
Yeah, they were gifted the egg, but maybe they
Well,
don't know
but
where it went.
if they know whether or not the egg is,
I could say that
these
I
evil dog
barely
things.
saved the egg. They killed the demon that was down there, and I barely protected the egg. Our plan is hanging on by a thread. I turn the Harrises to our advantage. Okay? Then the Light of Melora helps us, and we escape.
do we know what the Harrises
Sounds perfect.
Like, we know that they're bad in the sense that they have this torture dungeon that has these.
And they're like fucking branding people with these
Yeah,
ritual knives.
evil-
and setting up some.
I feel like they're evil, but they're not evil enough to be doing the egg shit.
They don't
Right?
know. They probably don't
I feel like they're pretty fucking evil.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't-
feel like they don't. I don't. I
feel like the
they're not
turning of the
100%
prison-
knowing.
The turning of the prison away from Torag happened the same time they got the egg. That was my best guess from before. Like the egg came.
When you say they got the egg,
Okay.
That the egg scheme with these portals and the fucking alternate dimension and the fucking hounds, that shit all happened with the egg. So I feel like the hounds are protecting the prison. They're doing this ritual. That all happened with the egg too.
Are the Harrises with the egg? Are the Drescues with the egg?
it sounds like the Drescues are not involved.
I feel like the Drescues.
they're like low level.
I feel like they're opportunists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Dress Rescue in particular because he was like, I don't know what's happening down there. They have something planned.
I
And
think the
so-
Harrises have an idea of what is going on.
He's just our villain. He's not necessarily
Yeah.
the world's villain.
He's a bad guy, but he's not the bad guy.
I mean, when when you told him like, "Hey, we're fighting this demon god thing,"
He
or
was
whatever,
not into
he
it.
freaked out and he
Yeah.
started evacuating.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he's like, "I just don't want part of this shit," and he's just bailing. It doesn't sound
yeah,
like
he
he's
was
like,
just in it for profit.
yeah, like he's trying.
Well, and
I
he
think
knows how
fr-
bad maybe it is.
From his point of view, he's like, "Well, they're just gonna die. I
But
just need to leave now."
The Harrises, they're the ones that are actually behind some
The
of
big evil.
The big evil.
and
that's
they
going on.
they don't know that we just killed a big player of theirs, probably.
Not yet.
and they may not have
Ace
any
himself.
idea who Rescue is. I mean,
Well, they'll know because he's been working under him.
We need to figure out everything we're gonna. The relationship between Dress and the Harrises tenuous. Maybe that's the advantage. The relationship with them and the shit happening in the prison. This is all to our advantage. They don't know what happened down there. We have the egg. We could be on their side or against them for all they know. Yeah,
I just feel like a lot rests on Ben and his decision making.
it always does.
I love playing a character that doesn't have to make decisions. Like, God, I've just. It's
I
so
don't
nice.
really make decisions. I just let Melora lead the way. You know, I had this thing when I was playing Ben. I watched Star Wars Episode 1. And the way Qui-Gon Jinn is just constantly like, well, the Force led us here, so let's just see what happens. He's constantly just like, he's like, well, you know, I think the Force led us to this shithole fucking planet. We'll see what happens.
Like, Ball, like, playing him, I was just constantly like, okay, how do I manipulate this storyline into a way that benefits our group? Like, that was like the constant, like, thing that I was thinking about with Ball. And playing Ace is just so much more I don't give a shit what happens. I'm just gonna. I'll jump through a portal. I don't care.
It's fun because something is always happening. You know, like there's something always happening, and I know like we all have our different ideas about influencing that and stuff like that. But Ben is sometimes just like, well, clearly Melora wants this to happen.
Will, there's a way.
Ace is killing this person.
Okay.
Wow, Melora's light shining bright today.
I was thinking
Honest.
about this last week. I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. It's been said that the perfect D&D group dynamic is the characters of the Golden Girls. Have you heard this?
I've heard this
I
before.
love
Yeah.
this
I've heard this
idea.
before, but I can't
Like,
say I'm familiar enough with
Knowing the Golden
Girls.
Girls,
So
Is
my
there an
question
online
is,
quiz?
Who is everybody?
Is there an online quiz I can take? Because I don't.
Probably. I'm sure there is. Yeah.
I'm not
So-
familiar enough with the Golden Girls to
Well,
know.
Okay,
there's
all
let's
But you're
see.
definitely Betty White's character. That's all I know.
There's Blanche. She's the real loose Southern.
Yeah, she's the one that
whore.
goes after all of
Right.
She's the
that.
slut.
That's Ace.
That's your Blanche for
yeah,
sure.
I'm Blanche.
and then B. Arthur's character is the more grounded, kind of
Yeah.
cynical one.
she has the mother.
That's
So
Val.
that's probably me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
If
sense.
And then
cynical.
Betty White is kind of like kind of flouty, kind of ditzy.
yeah.
sorry.
Naive.
And then you're the old grandma. You're the mother of B.
Yeah,
Arthur's
who
character.
has,
Like the
these-
big old glasses.
these crazy ideas.
Yeah,
and comes
and
up
is-
with
yeah,
interesting
okay.
schemes.
Oh my God. Do we have the dynamics
I
of the
feel
Golden
like we
Girls?
might have the Golden Girl dynamic.
Loosely, they kind of fit. Yeah,
I feel like we can start molding ourselves into that.
Yeah.
yeah, because the grandma always had stories about from the old times, like Sicily, and like, I knew this one guy, and he always did this, and it was always like, and B. Arthur would always be like, "Mother," you know.
yeah. I love that I'm.
And I'm
Blanche.
trying to pull you back to Melora's light, like your mother
Sure.
character.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, whatever.
But seriously, I'm just so happy that I'm Blanche. Like, if I'm gonna be any of the Golden Girls, I want to be Blanche and just
Now I have to watch the Golden Girls to know if I'm
You
playing
should watch
D&D
some of the
right.
Golden Girls.
Golden
It's good,
Girls
good
is
TV.
amazing. It is some of the best television. I watched it so much when I was a kid. Like, it was always on when I came home
Nice,
from school.
nice. That's cool.
But yeah, no, I've heard that often where that's a good dynamic. You know, the way they all act together is a good D&D dynamic.
Okay.
Interesting.
So let's fit that mold. Let's fit
Yeah,
the
we
Golden
gotta work
Girls
harder,
mold.
guys.
We'll be the Quilton Golden Boys.
Here we
Oh,
go.
no.
The Golden Quilters.
We do have a golden egg.
We do have a golden egg.
Well, does anybody
Golden
else have
Forest.
anything to talk about? We basically just fought this whole time, but how do you guys feel about it? We took, like, for those of you listening, we took a pretty substantial break while Caleb went island hopping.
Which we didn't talk about at all.
We
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, I forgot about that.
How was it? Oh, shut the fuck
All right. Oh yeah, pretty over the islands of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow,
let
welcome
me
home.
not
Welcome home.
talk about
Thanks.
how awesome paradise is.
I mean, Oregon is kind of paradise in its
Yeah,
own way.
yeah, it is.
And it's been just nonstop great, perfect weather since
It
you've
has
gotten
been.
back. So.
But also, I missed whatever pollen nonsense you guys had going on. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It was
Everybody was freaking out about
Everyone
that.
had so
I wouldn't
many
know. I don't get
allergies.
allergies.
Yeah, me neither. Because I'm not a bitch who lets
Dude.
the environment poison me.
Wow,
sucks.
that's not what I said.
yeah,
I
shots
hated
fired.
it. It's been really bad. I didn't know there was a thing.
Yeah.
It was in the news.
We apparently
it
had
was
like
on
the
Twitter.
world's deadliest pollen for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It's been terrible.
It was that.
I know
and
everyone
the
at my work is just
wildfires in the
constantly
Northeast.
Yeah.
blow their nose and shit.
Not only that, a submarine imploded.
Oh, I was aware of that over there. That's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
did they talk about that?
That
you get
and
the
the
news?
pseudo-Russian coup and the
The
Right,
Russian
right.
coup. What else? did you
Oh, a
miss?
lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, this is cool.
Let's stay in.
You know what you
Quilton.
didn't miss a moment
Let's go
of?
back to Haven.
The action here at the Inn at the End, available for free wherever you get your podcast, and especially at D&D podcast.
Oh, and you can send us stuff with.
You can send us mail. You can send us letters. You can send
Two?
us beer, fan mail, favorites, gifts, dice, not anything dangerous at P.O. Box number 2, Turner, Oregon,
Nothing off your body.
972.
Hey
No,
Siri,
Yeah.
what's the zip code for Turner, Oregon?
97281.
Read it out loud, you 97392.
97392 P.O. Box number 2, Turner, Oregon. Send us your favorite things.
And if you guys could tell us what like perk Rhett's character actually chose opposed to what he rolled, I would be appreciative.
It's all out there.
It's
And by the
somewhere.
way, what is this now? This is like we just wrapped up like Prison of Pain. I was naming them all these episodes, then I was like editing them all at once to get them out while Caleb went on vacation. I was like, fuck it, Prison of Pain Part 3, Prison of Pain Part 4, Prison
We
of
got
Pain.
arcs,
And
baby.
then they finally got names. They got really cool names. The last few of them.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Pain
today was-
prison.
The one that came out
Prison of
yesterday was
Torture
Skin in the
Cell.
Game.
Hurdy jail
Because
time.
it was like,
Carving, yeah.
Yeah, Skin in the Game. That's
Yeah.
right, I did. Okay. Yeah.
well, I
Well,
have to pee really bad.
yeah, anything
I
else you guys
have
need to
to
talk about for the
too.
good of the order? If not, this has been the In at the End, the Crypt Files, your once weekly follow-up podcast to the In at the End actual play podcast. We'll be here back Monday to figure out what the fuck's going on with Ace and Ben. Until then, grab your sword and keep on adventuring.
Me.